Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear Falconians of level 7. So, here is your science teacher, Ms. Syeda Sahrish Ahsan, and today we are going to solve our worksheet number 11 given on page number 132 in our activity books. So, please take out your activity books. Let's start the revision worksheet number 11. So on page number 132 we have section A, and on page number 133 till 35, page number 135 we have section B. As we all know that in section A we have to solve multiple choice questions. We have suitable options given by every question and we have to select that suitable option for that question, right? So in question number 1 they are saying that a boy is running up a slope. Which force or forces is or are acting on him to slow him down? It could be one force, it could be more than one force, right? So you have to select the options out of frictional force, gravitational force, magnetic force, or upthrust. These are the option number 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the option A, B and C and D are the options which are out of these all options. Okay, it could be the one force only, it could be 1 and 2 force, or it could be 3 forces, or maybe all of the forces are working on that a boy who's running on a slope, right? So you have to select the best option. In question number 2, the diagram below shows 3 forces acting on an object. There are 3 forces working on single object. The upward force is 40 newtons. As we all know that the unit for the force is Newton, and the right side force is 20 Newton, means forward force, and the downward force is 40 Newton again. So which is the size of the net force, what is the size of the net force acting on the object? You have to tell us what is the total number of or total quantity of the force which is acting on this object. Actually, like as we all know that the upward force is 40 Newton, the forward force is 20 Newton, and the downward force is 40 Newton. So if we are going to sum all of these forces, so what will be the net force, right? Okay, the next part is which of the following statement is true about the weight of an object? Now again the same repeat thing as we have already faced in question number 1, that we have 4 types of statements are given over here, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and out of these statements could be 2 statements correct, or 3 statements can also be correct. You have to find out which of the statement is regarding or a correct one for this question, that which of the following statement is true about the weight of an object, right? Now question number 4, a piece of metal sinks in mercury, right? What can you conclude about that metal, right? Now, is that metal have greater mass than the mercury? Is that metal have greater weight than the mercury? Is that metal has greater volume than the mercury? Or is that metal has greater density than the mercury, right? You have to find out which of the property of that particular metal which is sinking, means which is sinking or inside the mercury, यानी कि mercury के अंदर डूब रहा है अगर कोई metal. So what actually the factor which is working on that metal, which factor is greater of that metal than the mercury, right? In question number 5, the stopping distance of truck traveling at a certain speed is least when it is traveling on dash, right? You have to find out which type of road, whether the oily road, whether the wet road, whether the gravel track, or whether the smooth road, which type of road on which truck is going to travel with a certain speed is least, right? It's minimum amount of speed is required to stop that truck when it is moving in which type of road. You have to find out the option, right? Now on page number 133 we have section number B, which is of short answers or free response questions we can say, and with you have to write down the correct answer in the space given below. There is one question which have 3 more parts. Write down a correct inference For each of the following observations, your inference should be related to force, in which first part is, it means these are the statements, and you have to these are the statements regarding different types of forces which are working on different situations, right? So you have to find out which of the force is actually working in this type of situation which they mentioned in this option. Like in option A, they are saying that a rolling ball slow down and stop after a while. So you have to tell us which type of force is working on this ball right now. Why this rolling ball, the ball which is rolling, after some time it will slow down, and after some time it will going to stop without any visible force which is we are applying on that ball. It will going to do all of these three things by itself. So which of the force is acting right now, you have to tell us, right? In part B, an apple drops onto the ground from an apple tree. Which force is working on it? In part C, there are a few forces acting in different directions on a rocket, but the rocket is speeding upwards. Now let's move towards the next page, that is page number 134. Again, another question, explain the following. In this, again, we have three different statements, and we have to explain these statements, what they are trying to tell us. Like in part A, the moving part of an exercise machine become warm after the machine has been used for some time. So why these parts which are working or which are moving in a machine, why they are become warmer after using some time? Which type of force is working in between those parts when they are rubbing on each other, right? Next is, it requires less effort to skate on ice than on a road. When we are skating, basically we used to skate on ice rather than on road. So skating on ice is much more smoother than skating on road. Which type of force is working over there? Now, cruise liner have streamlined shape. The shape of the small ships and also the huge ships, which we call cruise, they have always streamlined shape. And we know this word streamlined shape, that we all know that the fishes have the streamlined shape bodies. And why they particularly have that particular shape of bodies? To move easily in the water. So why all the ships are also designed in the same type of shapes, you have to tell us, right? Okay, question number 3 on the same page 134. An object which floats in water weighs 5 Newton in air, right? This is the statement, and the questions are, question number A, what is the weight of the object in water, right? The object which have the weight in air is 5 Newton. What will be the weight of that that object is in water, right? And what is the upthrust acting on the object in water? What is the weight of the water displaced by the object? The density of water is 1 gram per cm cube. If an object with a mass of 100 gram has a weight of 1 Newton on earth, you have to calculate the volume of the water displaced by the object. And this is a simple numerical, and the formula is already given in your book in the chapter, right? In question number 4, it's again a numerical, and again, as we already done the numericals in our previous video, we have done the numericals section also. So you can easily solve these numericals by those formulas which are going to apply over here. The in question number 4, they are saying that 90 grams of copper is mixed with 100 grams of zinc to form brass. They are talking about the alloy, right? So the density of a copper is 8.9 gram per cm cube, while the density of the zinc is 7.1 gram per cm cube. They have given you the mass of the copper and the zinc, and they have given you the density of the copper and zinc. And what they are talking about, they are asking that what is the volume of copper and zinc used to make the brass. They are just simply asking about the volume of copper and the volume of zinc. So which formula you are going to apply over here? Think upon it and solve it over here. Then in part B, they are saying that calculate the density of the brass. Now again, when you are going to find out the volume of the brass in first part with the help of the mass and the density, you have to find out the density of the complete brass. Means in first part you are going to find out the volume of the copper and the zinc which are combining to form a brass. After finding that volume with the help of the given mass and the density of these particular metals, you have to find out the density of the complete brass, right? Where a simple clue is this, that when you are going to add 890 grams of copper in 100 grams of zinc to form a brass, so it means the mass of the brass will be 890 plus 100 grams. What will be? It will be 990 grams. Same goes with the density. Both of the densities we are going to add, and again the volume will going to add. So you can easily find out the density of the brass over here with the help of the above data, right? So this is all about this worksheet number 11, which is given in your activity book from page number 132 till page number 135. I hope you will going to solve it very easily. It's a very easy worksheet. Otherwise, if you are going to face any problem in solving this worksheet, ask me on my WhatsApp number. Take care. Thank you.